Say again.
Ate for breakfast, old Dave.
Yeah, Case was being funny. He was calling me old Dave. Thanks for the breakfast, old Dave. Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah. Hey, Ellie. Hey, Ellie. Hey. You gonna go with me? You gonna go help?
What is that on my head, you may ask? That's a great question. I'll tell you what it is. It's 29 degrees this morning. Yeah, it was 70 degrees just yesterday. Actually, I went out to let Ellie out at 5:30 and it was 70 degrees. When I got ready to leave to go to work by 6:45, it had dropped to 40 degrees. So, yep, winter's back for a little bit, I guess. But this morning, I guess me and Ellie are gonna go to do some of the not so romantic part of farming. We've got to work on some fences. Got to fix a few fences that, well, I'll show you when we get there, but cows tore up. Some of the neighbors' kids tore up. I got to get them fixed. It's not urgent, but I'd rather get them fixed now so that when it's time to move the cows back over to that pasture, it'll be ready. So that's what we're working on this morning.
Hello, chickens. Hello, chickens.
So we're gonna load up our fencing stuff into the Ranger and head on over.
Come on, load up.
Show you Ellie's spot. She likes to look out that window right there. Need to clean your window, Ellie? So while we're over here, we're gonna look at the cows because I'm pretty sure they're gonna need some hay put out before I leave, and gonna grab some few more fence supplies right here, and then grab a few of these clips and stuff. Give you an update on the drought conditions here. I just looked at the map this morning. I'll show you. So, according to this map, we're right there in that brown, still in a moderate drought. It's hard for me to believe, but I guess we were that dry this summer, and the baby goats are out.
Ellie saying hi to the steers.
But yeah, I guess it just takes a while to get out of our rain deficit as dry as it was this summer, because it was bad dry. So there's your drought update. Still in the drought.
As I suspected, they're out of hay. All 3 hay rings.
I will say this, I put out 3 rolls before I went to Florida on my fishing trip, and that's held them over. They pretty well have cleaned it up real good, but I had another mishap the other day, which I didn't have a camera with me, but you can kind of see where these steers are up here.
They snapped pushing against that fence. I don't know if, I guess it was these cows pushing against it. Snapped off the pole that the gate's on. As you can see, it's kind of just hanging there right now, but I had a few cows that wasn't supposed to be in there with the steers was in there. So we got them separated back out, but if I don't do something about that fence, they're all gonna be back together again. So I guess we need to work on that this morning too.
while we're out here, here's the steers up close. You can see them. They're looking good. What surprises me is how big they look once they get in that barn. You get them in a confined area in there close and tight with you. Them suckers are big. So as you can see, you can run a rhinoceros through there. So we're gonna work on this corner first. This should be pretty easy, I think. I'm gonna hook up my Ranger, winch to it, pull that corner post back, straighten out, and put them braces back in. We'll see. I always feel blessed when my office gets to be out here. Man, it's pretty brisk this morning, but I like it. I'd rather be working on fences in 30-degree weather than 100 degrees, so let's get to it. Seems to be getting everything back in line again. It's even kind of putting it in the ground some. Uh-oh. Guess it helped if I put the Ranger in park. Oh yeah, it's sinking it in. Oh, okay. All right, let's put these braces in. Okay, that definitely is looking better. I'm gonna let the tension off of that winch, see if everything stays together. Ellie's really making things difficult here. She just tried to run into the Ranger with the corn stalk sideways. Wish I'd have got that on video. Boy, Ellie, you're getting on my nerves. Get that energy out. So before I start doing any pounding or any loud noises, I'm gonna put on some ear protection. And I'm gonna tell you, I should have learned my lesson a long time ago, but it was 2 years ago when I was duck hunting. Nobody rang my ears. I rang my own ears shooting a cripple on the water. And ever since then, my ears ring. And if I'd have been smart, I would have wore ear protection back then before I got a ringing in my ears. But now, any loud noises makes the ringing louder, so I always try to put ear protection in. So there's your lesson for today. You still got good hearing, protect it. Running like a cheetah. Before I forget, I would like to ask everybody to hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And at the time of filming this, it's a leap year. It's February 29th. So something don't happen every year. I think that looks a lot better than it did. A lot of you that may be new to the channel, I've always had Chesapeake Bay Retrievers. And my Chesapeake died last September. So I've always thought about wanting to try something different, and I did. So Elliot here is a Boykin Spaniel. And so far, she's fit in just perfectly with our family. Everybody loves her. We're gonna start training here in a couple weeks once daylight saving gets here. She's gonna be a duck dog, a farm dog, and a family dog. So she's got some big boots to fill.
This one's kind of got the same ordeal going on, but this one shouldn't take but about a minute to fix. And you can start to see the grass greening out back there.
Don't take a lot to figure out those poles got bent, those T-posts. Neighbor's kid was riding their four-wheeler through here, and luckily he didn't get killed or decapitated, but I think there's a hole or something over here he probably hit, if I was guessing, and it caused the jerk the wheel and he hit the fence. So we're gonna pull up those two posts and probably unhook down here at the corner and restretch these, but this would be the hardest repair right here, or not hardest, but the longest. So I do have to say, I appreciate their efforts in trying to repair the fence, but something tells me that zip ties just ain't gonna get it done, especially when a 2,000-pound bull or 1,000-pound cows and calves are pushing against it. Kind of hoping that the grounds, even though we're in a drought, the ground's wet enough, maybe I can just work them out. Worst case, I can hook up the Ranger. I can use the fence pounder to get it out, but let's see. Hey, came right out. This one's being a little bit more stubborn. I couldn't pull it out by hand. I'm gonna try the winch. Sweet. I haven't shot a shotgun around Ellie, but maybe that's a good indication she's not gun shy, because that pounding didn't bother her one bit. So I'm at my corner here, as you can see where the damage occurred. Barbed wire's droopy. So I did the fence. I left a lot of extra wire like this, so if anything like this did happen, I just undo it. Right now I'm stretching it by hand. I think it might be good enough, but I can always hook it to my Ranger and really tighten up that wire if I need to. I'm gonna see on this bottom one if I need to hook it to the Ranger or not. Trying to work smarter, not harder, like the old saying goes. I don't want to have to undo the fence off of those about 3 poles, if I can stretch it without having to do that, but we'll see. Hopefully the wind's not too bad, but I got this handy dandy little dude here that goes on the wire, and you can hook a come along to it, or in this case I'm hooking the winch up to it. So that's the contraption. My hopes is to pull this fence here and tighten it up. Well, didn't go as I hoped. Looks like I might have to go cut those wires loose. Oh well, we tried. Might not be perfect, but it's a whole heck of a lot better than it was. Got one more thing, one more spot I need to work on. I'm probably gonna have to run into the office today. End of the month, closing the books. So let's get this done, put out some hay, feed these animals so we ain't got to worry about that when we get off work. So not the fence's fault here, poor planning on my part. I'm gonna put a brace right here, fixing to hook this up, hook up the Ranger, winch this forward, put a brace in, you know, here, so that should straighten that up. All right, so that's got this kind of buttoned up. I put some new handles on this. I really get to where I hate those things. They just tear up all the time. We put our brace on down here. Got this kind of straightened up. I think we got this in order down here now, but you ever get that feeling like somebody's watching you? Gotta love the battle scars. So I guess that wraps up our fencing. Let's go put out some hay real quick, feed the steers. Then we're gonna run home, get ready for work. Ellie gets much bigger. We're gonna have to get a bigger tractor. Automatic close. Wind just blew it to me. That ought to keep them happy for a little while. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. I got a good battery, but I didn't pay attention to my memory card. I got about 3 minutes left, so I'll say signing off till next time. Give you a good look at these steers inside here. If I was in there, you'd see how big they look, but they're looking good, boys, looking good. See ya.